So hello everyone, my name is Madsen Sorello, and I'm the owner and managing partner here at U-Nique Accounting. You can learn more about what we do by visiting our website at u-niqueaccounting.com. And while you're there, I recommend that you check out our free stuff page where you can read our blog and also download some free guidebooks like the top 10 cash flow mistakes that can cripple your business. Also, if you're wondering what I'm drinking today's just coffee. Normally I'd be drinking out of a cup that bears the hashtag Make Today Count, which is a slogan for my best friend's foundation, which is a close and personal not-for-profit that I'm a board member of. A link will be provided to a form that you can fill out if you or someone you know has been impacted by cancer in your life. So let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. Today's topic is Xero versus QuickBooks Online, why your bar or restaurant should be using Xero. If you want to laugh a bit and hear more details on why we prefer Xero over QuickBooks Online, please check out our other 6 Xero versus QuickBooks Online videos. Number one reason why you want to use Xero. That number one reason is custom reporting. While it's great that we have 4 other reasons why we specifically prefer and love Xero over QuickBooks Online for your bar or restaurant is really due to their superior reporting capabilities. And so here's a little analogy I use that's construction based, but think about a custom home versus a large home builder. Okay, with a custom home, you get to work with the architect and the GC and design your home the way you want it, exactly how you want it, colors, where things are, yada, yada, yada. Whereas with a large home builder, they're gonna give you more of a cookie cut home where it's like, here's what it looks like, and here's how the rooms are organized. You just get to choose colors and countertops, but the design of the home, you have no choice over. So Xero, in this instance, is the custom home builder, because they allow custom reporting to create reports that are actually meaningful for your business. Whereas QuickBooks Online is more like the large home builder. They have many easy to use canned reports, but none of these are formatted to organize and analyze your bar or restaurant the right way. Not a single one. Again, the custom reporting is the number one reason why your bar or restaurant should absolutely be using Xero for its accounting. You need a software that can run reports based on your specific 13-month calendar. And if you want to know what that is, please watch our video on why your bar or restaurant should be using the 13-month calendar. You need Xero software because you need a software that can run weekly reports. In most softwares, when they run a weekly report, they're formatted assuming that it's a Sunday to Monday week, and that Sunday's the last day of your week. So QuickBooks Online and other softwares do not allow you to use custom dates like Xero does. With Xero, if your business week ends on a Tuesday, you can run weekly reports from Wednesday to Tuesday and set it up that way. You also need a software that can organize your data in the right way. You need to organize your costs by prime costs, like your food and beverage costs, your direct labor costs. You need to organize your costs by controllable or non-controllable costs. Controllable costs are most of your operating expenses of the business that you can directly manage or negotiate the costs on. And your non-controllable costs are rent and other expenses that you just don't directly control. And you have to be able to run multiple gross and profit margin formulas because of these different cost structures. And you need a software that can run custom ratios like food costs as a percentage of food sales, beverage costs as a percentage of beverage sales. QuickBooks Online and other softwares cannot do this, or if they can, you're gonna pay a lot of money, whereas Xero can do all of this at just $30 a month. So as a bar or restaurant owner, again, you analyze and run your business from a weekly point of view. And that week may not always end on Sunday, it could end on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever your period of time is. And so you need to be able to run reports that work with your business weekly model and can also do week over week analysis. And I hope you can now see the power that Xero, which is an extremely affordable and easy to use software, can provide to your business. Now, reasons 2 through 5 are important reasons as to some of the key differences between how Xero operates over QuickBooks Online. And while they are really excellent reasons why we stopped using QuickBooks Online years ago and moved all of our clients to Xero, for your specific bar or restaurant, the custom reporting feature should be enough to immediately make the switch. And if it's not, here are the remaining reasons that we spliced in from our previously recorded Xero versus QuickBooks Online summary video. Enjoy. So reason number one, Xero is cloud friendly. Now by cloud friendly, we mean basic browser functionality. Things like when you click on a link that you have the option to open it up in a new tab or window, which allows you to utilize a multi-monitor setup so you can do side-by-side comparisons. Xero was designed and built 100% for the cloud. And with new tabs and windows, Xero operates exactly as you expected it should. QuickBooks Online, however, is not designed 100% for the cloud and has some limited ability to open new tabs and windows. They have this overlapping box concept, which is really just quite frustrating. When instead of opening a new link, this box pops up with the information you want to look at, and it covers the screen you're looking at completely, and the only way to get rid of it is to close it. It is really, really frustrating. Also, being cloud friendly, we want to talk about browser inactivity. So for security reasons, when you are inactive on a website, it should lock you out. And both Xero and QuickBooks Online lock you out, which is good. It is how Xero and QuickBooks Online return you back from this inactivity that's the big difference. So in Xero, when you log back in, you will return back to exactly where you were on all the tabs you were using. Whereas in QuickBooks Online, it's finicky. Sometimes it'll take you back to where you were, but usually not. You usually get kicked back to the home screen, which means you have to now click on 3 to 4 different steps to get back to where you were per tab you are on. It is a waste of time and it is hair-pulling frustrating as you have to repeat all those steps. Okay, reason number 2 was Xero's killer bank rec feature. So first, let's talk about AI or artificial intelligence. Both Xero and QuickBooks Online have good AIs. We just believe that Xero's is a little superior because we find it better at suggesting how to record transactions to both named and expense accounts. And that's all I have to say about that. The format of the bank recs. So Xero utilizes a vertical format, which allows for easy side-by-side comparison of your bank feed versus your general ledger transactions. And each row is easier to read as they clearly separate each row. QuickBooks Online, however, utilizes a more clumsy horizontal format. The rows are denser and much harder to read. There's also a coloring scheme within the bank recs. So Xero utilizes a simple 3 coloring scheme. Green means that they found a matched transaction in your general ledger. Blue means that they matched it to an existing bank rule you have set up. If it's black and white text, then that's any other transaction that they couldn't identify. In QuickBooks Online, they have a much more complicated green coloring scheme. So instead of using multicolors, they use one color over and over again. So for transactions that match a general ledger amount, you'll get a green box that says the word match in it. For bank feeds that match a bank rule, you'll get a green box and the text of the transaction will be green. If QuickBooks Online's AI has a really strong suggestion of what they think you should do to record the transaction, then the text of the transaction will be green. And for anything else, all the text is black and white. If that sounds really confusing, it is. It really is. Also in the bank recs, there's a concept of applying a name to a transaction, which is really important. Xero prevents you from recording a transaction without assigning a name to it. However, QuickBooks Online will permit you to record a transaction without ever assigning a name to it. And on the surface, this may look like a small detail that we are just being picky about, but this is a big deal, folks. When you want to run a report to see who you spent money on or who you received money from, in order to run that report, you need a name. And if QuickBooks Online lets you not assign names to transactions, good luck running an accurate report. There's also the process of the bank recs. So Xero has a one-step process. You perform the bank rec while doing the bank feeds. And when you reconcile a bank feed, it becomes blocked. QuickBooks Online, however, follows a two-step process. Once you've done your bank feed matching, you now have to go to your bank reconciliation module. This two-step process is more complicated and open to errors, as you can actually unreconcile bank feeds. You heard me. An actual transaction that came in from your bank account can be marked as unreconciled. Number 4, Xero is designed for business owners. So Xero is organized from a business owner's point of view. They have an easier to use top-down navigation format with 3 simple categories: business for your operational activities, accounting for your reporting, and contacts for all your customer and vendor names. QuickBooks Online, on the other hand, is organized from an accounting point of view. Just like the bank reconciliation process we mentioned in the step before, bank feeds are in banking, bank recs is down in accounting. Why is it in the same spot? Because it's designed from an accounting point of view. They also have a harder to use left to right navigation pane that has 10 or more categories, each with their own subcategories. It's just not as simple to use or as simple to navigate. Reason number 5, unlimited users. This is extremely important. Each role in your company needs different access to your accounting because you want segregation of duties so you can have proper audit trails. Xero understands this, and in their pricing structure, they allow for unlimited users, which allows business owners to provide access to whoever they want and give each user their own permission levels. QuickBooks Online, on the other hand, does give you a few licenses included with their pricing, but they'll charge you extra for more users. This causes owners to let users share logins, which is very dangerous. So those are our top 5 reasons. There's some other topics and reasons we want to discuss that weren't in the top 5. I'm a dork. So unless you are in Marvel's Universe 838, where green means stop and red means go, then the following typically holds true. Red means no/stop. Green means yes/go. I'll repeat that. Red, no, stop. Green, yes, go. So why am I bringing this up? I want to talk about yes and no buttons in the accounting software. The winner here is
Xero. And we don't need to talk about how Xero does it. We just need to talk about how QuickBooks does it. So did you know that QuickBooks Online changed the color choices of its yes and no buttons and make the no button green? Did you hear that? They changed the color of the yes and no buttons so that in some instances, yes is the green button, but in others, the no button is the green button. It's just silly, absolutely silly. Let's move on. Batch fixing transactions. This is really more important for accountants, and the winner here is Xero. So let's say halfway through the year, you decide to create a new expense account, and now you need to recode a bunch of transactions to that account. We just find that Xero's find and recode feature is much easier process and is not as limited as QuickBooks Online's reclassify feature. Classes. We feel there's no winner here. Xero has tracking where you can have 2 main categories with hundreds of subcategories. QuickBooks Online allows for many classes and subclasses. And there is no winner here, as it's really up to your own preferences, as each is good in their own unique way. And it really does depend upon your needs and or the industry you are in. General ledger reporting. The winner is QuickBooks Online. I love QuickBooks Online here way more than Xero, for the simple fact that in the report, the vendor and customer name is in a separate column than the memo. It allows for easy organizing and subtotaling all within QuickBooks Online as long as you've assigned a name to it. Xero, for some reason, combines the contact name and memo into one column, which makes it really hard to run and segregate data. You actually have to export it to an Excel just to get what you could do in QuickBooks Online in a matter of seconds. Do I miss this? Yes. Do I miss it enough to go back to QuickBooks Online? No, definitely not. Applying payments to open bills. The winner here is QuickBooks Online. It's actually an impressive win. It's like software magic. You can take an existing bank payment transaction and apply it to an unpaid bill. In Xero, this isn't going to happen. In Xero, you would have to undo the payment, go back to your bank feed, and then match the payment to the unpaid bill. So in summary, it's no secret that we prefer the smooth operation and design of Xero over that of QuickBooks Online. We can't imagine reverting back to QuickBooks Online now with all of our clients.
Well, that was interesting. I always like splicing in past videos, give you a little glimpse into the past of what you looked like. So in summary, it's no secret that while we prefer the smooth operation and design of Xero over that of QuickBooks Online, it is really the custom reporting that sets Xero far and above QuickBooks Online for your bar and restaurants accounting needs. If you need help setting up your Xero account or modernizing your accounting process altogether, feel free to contact us with this link. Thanks for listening to why we prefer Xero over QuickBooks Online for your bar or restaurant accounting needs. If you appreciate our advice, please remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel for future content. Until then, remember, don't conform, stay unique.